What's going on, everyone? So we're gonna dive right into a yoga session for tonight. Since it's 10:34 at Eastern Standard Time right now, I don't want to activate my heart rhythm by doing like a simple workout. So what I'm gonna do instead is warming it down, cooling it down, basically getting ready to go to sleep later on by doing some yoga, some stretches. I've had in the past classes back when I was in college. So when I was, how we commonly call this in Quebec, CEGEP. So I had Pilates classes and yoga classes. I'm going to use this as a thumbs down. I'm going to use this as my foundation for tonight's training. Okay. Before I get into this, I'm going to talk about it another time, maybe at the end of the video, or like halfway through it, and then at the end of this reel of this live stream, I've got a huge announcement. So I'm gonna start streaming 3 times a day. It's gonna be in the morning, afternoon, and then evening-ish. I'm not a morning person, so the morning train is probably gonna be around probably 10 a.m. around-ish, this ballpark, and it's gonna be mainly focused on cardio. The one in the early afternoon is gonna be much more of muscle training, so a real gym workout, and then later on at night, it's gonna be yoga slash Pilates. I'm probably gonna jump back and forth between yoga and Pilates. Okay, but for tonight, it's gonna be only yoga. Okay, and this thing is because what made me have this decision is because recently I had my first 2 donations on this, well, my channel, which I'm very grateful for, and I can see that some of you guys, it's really, well, it's interesting for all of you, the ones that are watching me, and it really means a lot to me for you guys to be able to consume this content freely, because I think it's very valuable, and most of all, it's motivational and inspirational. Okay, so without further ado, let's do it. We got the water over here. Actually, the water is completely empty over there, but we're gonna get this in a moment, okay? After doing the little warm up, so it's gonna be the yoga sun salutation. And we got some music that we're gonna pop up over here. It's gonna be basically relaxation music. So for anyone who just joined in, welcome. And if you want to do some yoga before going to bed, remember here, I'm in Quebec, it's Eastern Standard Time, so it's about 10:38. So if anyone wants to join in, grab yourself a yoga mat, and we're gonna do some yoga together, okay? With Coach Raph. I'm gonna ask you a question over here, Paul. What do you prefer? Prefer between Pilates. There you go. Good. Yoga. Pilates. Okay. Good. So we're gonna start the poll so you guys can answer. Hopefully it's not gonna be in the way. It shouldn't. Okay, cool. So we got some people answering right now, yoga, Pilates. I'm gonna place myself slightly this way so you can still see me, besides the Q&A question. And might even place myself here. Okay. So I'm gonna start this straight away. Okay, I'm gonna start the music right there, over here. You might hear it a little bit, which is good, because it's going through my microphone over here. So if you hear it, well, it's going to put you in the mood. If not, I highly suggest that you get yourself some relaxation music, okay? So anything that's like river, flow, zen music, just to put you in the mood and to relax yourself so you can breathe calmly at a regular pace, okay? So we're gonna start this with a sun salutation. Whoever just came in, hi, let's go. Said hi. Good evening, everyone from Quebec, from the province of Quebec. So it's snowing here. Snowing, it's not very hot. It's actually, it's cool. It's cold. Okay, so let's do this all together. Sun salutation. We start this. Just follow me, okay? Can you see? No, you cannot see. Okay. Over here. So everyone who's watching, this is one whole repetition of this sun salutation. We're gonna do this 4 times, okay? So usually you're supposed to do 10 of these, so 10 sun salutation. I'm just gonna cut the music for a second there. So as I was saying, it's 10 sun salutations. In yoga, we're gonna do 4 of these, okay? So I've done 1, I got 3 more, okay? I'm gonna put you guys on the other angle so you can see me better. This time it's gonna be on the vertical side, like landscape. You should, yeah, just like that, should be good. Okay. Okay, good. So you guys are gonna be able to see me throughout, well, here it's gonna be a little bit because of the pole, but you're gonna be able to see me over here, which I'm gonna be mainly on this portion, okay? We're gonna get the music going. There you go. Okay, good. All right, so let's do it again all together. That's 2. That's 3. We got 1 more, okay? As you saw, guys, one takeaway from doing yoga is to be very calm, doing the movement very slowly, in a way that your heart rhythm is not going to increase. Okay? So, a few takeaways from what I just did, the sun salutation. When I was going down, doing the cobra pause, it's really important that your body, basically, half of your body is going to be on the mat, the other one's going to be up. If you have lower back problem or lower back injuries, I would highly recommend that you don't go as far. You could just lay on your stomach and that would be just fine as well. Or you could do simple reps up and down, 3, 4, 5 of them maybe to help you. Okay? Another thing, I did calves earlier in the gym. Right now, they're very sore. Okay? So when I was doing the angle, the triangle, the reverse triangle like this, my legs were at the back and my hands were on top of my head. Basically, I was stretching my calves just so tomorrow I'm gonna be as sore as if I didn't do nothing, okay? So that's another thing. And when you're breathing, it's always the pace of 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out, okay? This is the breathe, basically the breathing habits of 4 seconds, okay? So what it allows you to do is when you breathe in for 4 seconds and you breathe out for 4 seconds, it really helps you to regulate your body, to help you calm yourself, and especially when you're stressed, okay? You should definitely try this out when you're at home, when you're facing maybe a tough week in school, you've got lots of exam coming up, or maybe at work, you've got lots of work under your belt. Always try to, do that 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out, okay? And you could do this for maybe 10, 20 reps. And what I mean by reps is doing it 10 to 20 times, okay? So in that range is really where you're gonna get the benefits out of it, okay? If you do only 2 or 3 of these, 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out, you're not gonna really help yourself by calming the stress and the anxiety, all right? Now, what we're gonna do onto the next part of the yoga session together, I'm gonna cut the music here for a second. There you go. That's another thing, another part of the yoga session or Pilates session. Always try to put yourself in a calm environment, okay? I've always pictured that in my mind, that the calmest place to be on earth, to me, is by a river flowing. You just hear the birds in the forest, and it's a warm, still, warm but chill at the same time, day of summer. That's how, in my mind, I picture the soft, most comfortable place to be to do yoga or Pilates, okay? Here, it's not too bad. I chose at night because there's not a lot of people at 10:54 p.m. here, Eastern Standard Time in Quebec. So it really helps, and just the environment itself as well, and the music. So if you're, at home, let's say, if you're at home or, in a gym like me, always try to listen to some music that's relaxing, all right? So, next part, we're gonna do, it's called the warrior. There's 3 types of warrior. I don't remember which one it's gonna be. I think it's warrior 2, but I'm not entirely sure. So that's what we're gonna do in a second here, but right before, I'm gonna go put some water in my water bottle just before we keep going with the yoga session. Okay, so stick with me. I'll be back in a few seconds, okay? All right. So, well, there's no one over here. There's absolutely no one. Nobody. Just us, which is perfect. All right. Got the water, got the deeds. So we got our water over here. I highly suggest that you have water by your side. If you don't, it's not the end of the world, because that's a yoga session or Pilates session. It's not where you're gonna sweat the most and lose a lot of water. However, I highly suggest that for any types of workout, you always get yourself some water, okay? It's really important to stay hydrated and just for your overall health, okay? All right, start the music. All right, let's do it, okay? Okay. So, so for anyone who is watching me at the moment, welcome and thank you. Now we're gonna do, I think it's the Warrior 2 pose, okay? So in order to do this, you gotta put one foot forward at 90 degrees with your leg. The other one's gonna be back, facing this way. So facing basically the camera, okay? So 1 foot forward like this. It's gonna be 90 degrees over here. And then you twist this foot over here. Try to keep this leg straight. There's gonna be one arm in front, the other one behind, and you're gonna be looking in front of you, just like that. And now, the tricky part is you gotta have basically the end of your foot the same, it's like a line, basically. You wanna have, you know, on the same line, your right foot and your left foot, all right? Just like that, one arm, the other one, face the word, and then you breathe in. We're gonna do this 5 times, okay? Once we're done, you come back, and now we're gonna do the other side, okay? I'm gonna place myself this way. Probably guys, yeah, okay. So it's gonna be the left leg in the front, and the right leg is gonna be behind, okay? If for some reason you cannot do 5 reps of breathing, basically 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out, while being in that position, just do 3 or 4, all right? Okay. Now same deal over here. It's gonna be 1 foot in front of the other. You're gonna bring the leg, then you're gonna do a 90-degree as much as you can with your leg here. Then right leg is gonna be behind here, body straight. One arm, the other one here, and I've got a mirror right there, so it helps me to be centered, and you look in front of you. 5 breathings. All right, so that's 5. Now the next exercise, what we're gonna do, I call this a triangle. It's not really a triangle, but it really looks like it. It's basically a triangle with the legs. Look at that, okay? So you're gonna have one foot behind. It's gonna be my left leg, it's gonna be behind. And there's gonna be the right foot in front of the other. The goal, basically, is to keep, see the triangle I'm doing with my legs? What I'm gonna do is to go touch my foot with my hand. So it's my right hand, okay? I'm gonna go and touch it over here, like this. And the goal is to keep the legs straight as much as you can here. And the other arm's gonna be on the top. Now the tricky part is you gotta be able to completely switch your torso out like this so you can have a straight arm over here, which for me it's a struggle, it's kind of like a challenge. So if you cannot do it, it's completely fine. Just do as best as you can, all right? So here, like this, because it really requires a lot of flexibility over here. All right, you're gonna do 5 breathings, okay? All right, that's 5. Now we're gonna do on the other side. Good? So I can already feel the stretch in my hamstring over here, this part over here. So if you don't feel it here, it's probably because you're doing something wrong, all right? But again, we're not master yogas, so you do as best as you can, okay? I'm gonna switch this, there you go, over here. Okay, now it's gonna be the same thing. However, we're gonna have the left leg in front of the other, and the right leg is gonna be facing this way, okay? So your way, basically, okay? Facing the foam. So one leg in front, the other one behind, just like that. It's gonna form a triangle over here. And then we're gonna go touch, keep the legs as straight as possible. Then you go and try and touch, like this, and then up. Ooh. And breathe in. Ooh. All right, so that's 2 of these. Now, as one last exercise that we're gonna do for the yoga session, this one, I'm gonna have to use, where's the, You're gonna have to use the blocks, okay? For this, everyone, if you don't have blocks, I would highly suggest, like foam blocks. If you don't have these, I would highly suggest that you use towels, perhaps. So any kinds of towels that you fold on themselves so it's thicker, you could definitely use that because it's gonna require lots of flexibility to do this. So we're gonna use these blocks over here. Well, you cannot see them yet, but by blocks, I mean these blocks. Okay, probably gonna use both of them depending on my flexibility, but this one, I remember back when I was in college and I was doing these exercises, they were the hell of me, literally, was the worst. It's not the Cobra, but it has the name, it has like an animal's name, so I just don't remember what's the name of this. So we're gonna place these at the front of our mat, okay? So I'm gonna put one to start. If it's too hard, basically I'm gonna use two, okay? So to place ourselves, what we're gonna do is actually to start, we're gonna start like this so you guys can see me properly. So you're gonna have the right leg in front at 90 degrees as much as you can, okay? So it's gonna be like this. The other leg behind is gonna be straight as much as you can. So you're gonna have literally the leg by your torso over here. And then the goal is to bring your it's already, all right, over here. So here, the goal is to bring both of your arms on the pad over here and try to keep your body as straight as possible. And as you can see, it's a little bit too hard for me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna place both of our arms over here, just like that. And keep in mind that the goal for this pose, you know, like the perfect pose for this is literally having the arms on the ground. Like the forearms on the ground. So it's really not easy. So we're gonna do 5, breathe in, breathe out. Same thing, okay? All right. Now we can go back slowly, back up. We're gonna basically switch sides, okay? Whew. Oh, wow. This is a real workout, guys. Like I said, it's not gonna increase your heart rhythm, but it's definitely gonna work on your flexibility, for sure, okay? So now, next one, it's gonna be, we're gonna put the blocks on this side. So same thing, but now we're gonna do the other leg. All right, over here. So for this one, I'm just gonna get some water a little bit here. All right, so one leg, front, like this. Okay, 90 degrees, like that. Bring it back, leg as straight as possible, like this. And then bring your arms front. There you go, like this.
Phew. Yeah. Not easy. Okay. And then 5 breathe ins, 5 breathe outs, okay? There you go. All right, so you bring it back up slowly, just like that. And then, as a cool down, because usually what you do in a cool down when it comes to yoga, you lie on the ground for 5 minutes just to go back to rest. All right, so we're not gonna need these anymore. I'm gonna wash them right after, but just gonna finish this first. All right, so I'm gonna lay on my mat over here. If you guys can see me, yes, there you go, there you go. So I'm gonna lay down my mat. I'm gonna put a timer on my iPad, 5 minutes. It's gonna be super simple. And then, okay, it's gonna be here. Gonna put timer. There you go. 5 minutes. There you go. And then I'm gonna put summit set. There you go. We got 5 minutes on the count. All you guys can see. Go. Just like that. There you go. Voila. Actually, no. I'm gonna pause. We're gonna done. We're gonna do. I'm gonna twist it a little bit. There you go. Just gonna twist it over here so you guys. There you go. What? Amazing. What? Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. So it's super simple. You just lie down over here. If you have lower back problems, you can put your leg, at a 45-degree angle, approximately. But if not, just rest on your back. Hands up, palms up. And I think the 5 minutes up. Ooh. Wow. Is that done? I think it's done. Yes, it is. Indeed. All right. We're gonna music. There you go. Okay. Music is closed. There you go. All right, guys. So that's it for today's yoga session. As I said earlier at the very beginning of the stream, I've got a huge announcement. So starting tomorrow, I'm gonna do 3 workouts a day. So it's gonna be in the morning, it's gonna be 10 a.m. Then early afternoon, which is gonna be around 2, 3 perhaps. And then there's gonna be a night workout, which is a yoga or Pilates, warm, cool down, warming down session. And that's gonna be probably around 9, maybe 10, close to, this time, because there's a lot less people at night, and it's gonna prepare me to go to bed. So I'm gonna be streaming 3 times a day, because I've noticed over the past week that there's a lot of people, there's a lot of you guys that love what I'm doing, and you're engaging, which is really good for all of us, which is good for me and my mission to help as many people as possible to be healthy, especially all of you guys, adults mostly. So by streaming more, 3 times more per day, it's going to allow me to really accelerate the process of eventually living off of this passion, fitness, as a personal trainer myself. We're gonna close this. Am I still? I think I am. Where's the hotspot? Okay, I guess I'm just gonna do it on my phone directly. All right. So we're done over here. Let me grab this. All right, we're gonna switch this. So thank you guys to all of you who just watched my stream tonight, my yoga session, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow for the first workout in the morning, 10 a.m. It's gonna be a cardio workout. It's gonna be announced on my post on my community page, and it's gonna be written on my bio of my channel, YouTube channel, okay? So I don't know what time zone you are in, but mine, it's 11:22 here, 11:22 p.m. So I wish you, all of you, a good night. Stay safe, take care, stay true to your 2026 resolution. I'll catch you guys very, very soon in the next stream, okay? Coach Raph, signing off.